community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Brings up second.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Romeo Okwara brought him down. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give to Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
20! And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. first down at Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 16, Stafford. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Stafford's pass.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike's 50. Mike's to the 50. Check that. Check that. 88. Check hot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike's 50.
On play action, Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. Oh, they'll try to jet sweep here with Lazard, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Packers have taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at their 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Jones has it, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Number 33.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
The tackle made at
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy that number 12, his quarterback, trusts implicitly.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 54. Mike 54. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, play low. Hey.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Lions.
Stafford on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Kevin King there defensively.
Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out here midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier. He's brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
54, check, block 54, block 54.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Lions.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 with over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Aaron Jones.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offense. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, Lions 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Rodgers on the keeper.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a new...
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it incredible. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me roll? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.